Okay, good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, January 24th, and welcome to our weekly COVID update. I'm Maura Curran from the Scituate Select Board. This week, we have a couple of important meetings that are taking place that we think the public would be highly interested in knowing about. So first of all, we've been reviewing the charter for several years now, and there'll be an opportunity for the public to see some of those proposed changes. We have a charter review meeting this Thursday at 7 p.m. and also Saturday at 1 p.m. So 2 opportunities, they're both Zoom. So check the town website for the link, and we look forward to your input on that. And then secondly, the planning board this Thursday at 6:30 will be reviewing several things, but of great interest to a lot of folks out there are the changes to the marijuana bylaws. So we encourage you all to either Zoom in on that as well, or also there are a portion of them that will be live in the Scituate Select Board room. So please take the opportunity to get informed and find out what's happening in town. We appreciate your participation. And with that, I'll turn over to Jim Boudreau, our town administrator, for the recent COVID update. Jim?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. We're going to start again with our COVID numbers. The number for this week from Maven data. Again, the Maven data are those reports done by doctors' offices and testing sites. And that's the number we've been reporting consistently throughout the pandemic. But our Maven number for the week was 94, down from 110 of last week and 104 from 2 weeks ago. So that number has gone down, which is good. The total number of cases reported to the Board of Health for the last 2 weeks is 466, which is down from 494 of last week. Our positivity rating was 21.05, up very slightly from 20.66 of last week. Plymouth County is at 24.06, which is down from 24.13 of last week. The state positivity rating has dropped actually pretty well to 13.7 from the previous weeks of 19.90 and 23.02 of 2 weeks ago. So the state data has dropped, while it looks like the local data may be leveling off. That's what we're hoping for, that data has now peaked, and we'll start seeing those numbers coming down over the next couple of weeks. As I reported last week, they have seen a significant drop in the amount of COVID detected in wastewater at MWRA. As of last week's numbers, it was down 55% for the southern waste and 65% for the northern waste. So we're hoping those numbers do show that COVID might have peaked in Massachusetts. And again, hopefully we'll start seeing our numbers come down over the next several days and weeks. Even as the number comes down, we are urging people to still, if you haven't been vaccinated, please do so. If you haven't been boosted, please do so. 11 and up is eligible for the Pfizer booster, which is after 5 months. 18 and over is eligible for the Moderna booster, which is after 6 months. And anyone who got a Johnson & Johnson shot is eligible for a booster after 2 months. It is shown that the boosters are effective against people being very ill or hospitalized from the COVID virus. So we do ask, please, if you haven't been vaccinated, please go out and do so. If you haven't been boosted, please go out and do so. The governor's mask mandate is still in place as a recommendation. It is posted on all town buildings that if you come into a town building, it is recommended that you wear a mask regardless of your vaccination status. Widows Walk Clubhouse is still in process. The work is going on the flooring even as we speak to finish that up and get that ready for the opening this spring. As I reported last week to the Board of Selectmen, the RFP for the operator of the clubhouse was due last week. We did not receive any bids. We sat down with Ian Kelly, our director for the golf course, spoke to some of our members of our Widows Walk committee. We made a couple small changes to the RFP. We reached out to some of the potential operators of that and asked for their comments. So we made a couple small changes. We put the RFP back out. It's now due March 1st. That'll make it a little tight to get someone in there right for the start of golf, but we are hoping we'll get some bids this time. We're going to follow up with people who were interested, make sure they have the RFP and we answer any questions. So that's really a goal of ours, to make sure we get an operator in there for the start of the golf season. Staying on Widows Walk, as we say every week, Widows Walk is now open for walkers and dog walkers. We ask you to keep your dogs on a leash, stay off the greens, stay out of the sand traps. Walking on those in the cold weather can do damage to those. They're very expensive to repair. So please enjoy the beauty of that golf course, but stay off the greens, stay out of the sand traps, and enjoy it without doing any damage to the course. Finally, and I announced this last week at the Selectmen's meeting, we're sad to announce that after 33 years of service, Deputy Fire Chief Al Elliott has announced his intention to retire as of February 22nd, 2022. I'm sure that we'll be having Al into a board meeting and doing something to recognize his retirement. But we want to let people know that Al has decided that it's time to retire. So if you see Al around town, make sure you thank him and congratulate him on his retirement. It's well deserved. We're going to miss him, but congratulations to Al and good luck to him in his retirement. And that's what I have for today.
Great. Thank you, Jim. And yes, thank you, Al. He's been a great servant to the town for many years. We'll miss him. So we'll turn it over to Bill Burkhead, Superintendent Burkhead, for an update for the schools.
Thank you, Ms. Curran. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I'll start off with our COVID report. Similar to what Mr. Boudreau has shared, our numbers have showed a decline. This year we had total cases of 75 across the district in comparison to the week before of 187. So over a 50% decrease in numbers, which is a good trend. We'll see if that continues and report out next week. A breakdown that we've been sharing as well of the different schools for that 75 positive number. The district employees were 0 cases last week. Cushing had 13 cases. Gates had 20 cases. Hatherley 8. Jenkins 6. Situate High School 11 and Wampatuck 17. This evening we have a school committee meeting that we're hoping you can make or be able to watch the video of that, and some of the agenda items for this evening at the meeting will be our student learning celebration, which we have at every meeting. This week we will feature the Jenkins Elementary School. We also have a report out from the Scituate High School students, which is always interesting and exciting to learn about what's happening at the high school from the students. We also have a few votes coming that are pertinent to Scituate High School that were brought up at the last meeting that will be summarized and voted on by the committee this evening. The program of studies for next year for Scituate High School, the substitute pay increase that we've proposed across the board for our staff, and the new assistant AD job description. I will also be reporting out on an update on the new COVID testing recommendations from DESE that we will be implementing soon. A letter did go home to the community, but I'll be reporting on that as well. And our assistant superintendent will be reporting out on curriculum updates. We will also have a Mass School Building Authority update on the new school project from Dr. Dutch, as well as tiered focus monitoring, a state assessment monitoring program that we are up for this year. Will be summarized and reported out by our Director of Special Education, Dr. Boebert. And just some upcoming events. I'll be having my second Seaside Chat with the community on February 10th. We'll be sending out flyers for this, but just wanted to give folks opportunity to mark their calendar if they're interested. It's an open forum to have the opportunity to speak with me about areas of concerns, areas of celebration, and a conversation about our school district with all community members. 2 sessions on February 10th. These will be held at the Senior Center. The first one will be at 1:30 and the second will be at 6:30 on February 10th. Also at the next school committee meeting, I'll be sharing a state of the district or the state of our schools update with all the conversations about COVID kind of consuming our conversations. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to report that there's a lot of other things going on in our school district, academically, social, emotionally for our students and our communities, a lot of great things. So I'll be sharing that update at the February 7th school committee meeting. And finally, some other important updates with our budget. It is budget season. We have some upcoming meetings that may involve the community access. We want you to be able to attend these. There'll be a school committee budget workshop held on Saturday, February 12th at 9 a.m. This will be a Zoom conversation, so we'll be sending that information out. And there'll be the actual school committee budget hearing will be on Thursday, February 17th. That's the only agenda item for that meeting, and that will be 6 p.m. Via Zoom. And again, these are both school committee meetings, so the information will be sent out in advance, but I did want to give people the opportunity to mark their calendars accordingly. So have a great week, everybody. And that's all I have for today. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Jim. And we wish everyone a great week. Stay warm, and it looks to be a nice week. Thank you.